Hello, everybody. How are you this fine evening? Tell us in the comments. There, I said a comments thing. Anyway, welcome to yet another exciting edition of Those Natural Ones. Thank you all for joining us this fine Tuesday evening. Before we get started, couple quick announcements. First off, join us on Friday. This Friday, as in like 3 days from now, I think, because I can math, for our in-person, sitting around a table rolling real, actual dice, one shot, not the regular campaign. We're going back so I can play, and Emery's going to run a game. Emery, you want to tell them about that game real quick? Spoiler-free trailer?
Spoiler-free trailer. In the not too long past, there was a time before Orpheus had found himself captured in the Hells, Dis in particular. Join us on Friday to witness the Bleeding Heart attempting to find any kind of help, and well, we kind of know where that leads, but let's have a little fun. Also, warning up top, this is going to be taking some heavy inspiration from things like Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and Saving Private Ryan. I really hope that one of our characters does not lose their pet by the end.
Oh, no.
Or maybe they will.
We're all
gonna be so sad.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Our characters are going to be amazing. Anyway, so
Lee dead.
What'd you say?
Lee dead.
Yeah, Lee dead.
Amazingly
It's planned as a two-parter. It could be a one-parter real easy.
Real quick. All right.
Don't tempt me.
So yeah, that will be Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So join us here at twitch.tv/thosenatural1s, youtube.com/@thosenatural1s, I just said Twitch. Sorry. trovo.live/s/thosenatural1s and kick.com/thosenatural1s. And when not watching there, Scott, tell them about the Patreon.
Hi, I'm Scott. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/thosenatural1s. We also have 694 subscribers on YouTube today. Earlier we had 693, and it was pointed out that's like 7 away from 700, and I should do something like that. Well, to those people who suggested that, stay in your lane. Then I tried to look for, 693. There's really nothing for 693. But 694, luckily we made it there. And that happens to be the baseline Roomba that's out right now.
Oh, get out of here.
The Roomba i694. It's the baseline in automated home cleaning. Just like we're the baseline of D&D streaming. And we're trying to get better, and we need your help. We were 7 away from 700 on YouTube earlier. That happens to be the number of levels that we have on Patreon that you can choose from. An excellent value starting at $5, which is less than $1 a month averaged out over the year. It gives you access to Discord, and there's lots of levels above that that include merchandise. One of those levels includes a weekly shout out. So thank you again, Les Morlat, Flora Morlat, and Don Morlat for your continued support. Were you going to say something, Nick?
I think you meant less than $1 an episode. You said it works out to less than $1 a month.
So yeah, $1 an episode.
You're good.
$5 a month is less than $1 a month.
Yeah, I don't know how that maths, but
I'm the numbers.
Whatever.
I'm the numbers guy. No, it's been a long week. For those of you who don't know, I was in bed for 7 days in a row last week. So apart from one day at work for like 3 hours and our episode on Tuesday, I was in bed for the rest of those 7 days. So still recovering a little bit up here. But check it out, patreon.com/thosenatural1s.
Indeed. So, and going back to Emery, where else can you find us?
Well, when you're not watching us on the 4 platforms, the 4 big ones that Nick, you already mentioned,
Indeed.
you can also interact with us on Facebook. You can interact with our very own Butch on Butch's blog on Tumblr. You can watch the numerous and ever-growing amount of shorts that we keep pumping out on YouTube with YouTube Shorts and on TikTok. I'm better at remembering that because I feel not as old. But you can also listen to the audio-only format wherever podcasts are released out into the world. Do remember to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down in the comment section. Hit the bell for notifications so that you never miss an episode. Any and all engagement helps us out. And if you are someone who subscribes to Amazon Prime and you already have a Prime subscription that guarantees money to Daddy Bezos, why don't you use that Twitch Prime subscription, that free thing that you've got,
Daddy
and
Bezos.
give it to us. Give it to us.
Stuck
Any
in
and
my
all
head.
engagement helps us a ton.
Sam, you're going to have to pick a spot and sit in it every week because I always have to move you. No, you're good. Don't move.
can't.
Don't move again. I just changed the camera. Don't move.
Well, I was lining up my chair so I
s-
could replicate it
you're
because the
s-
arms of my chair line up with my keyboard.
All right, you're stuck
I
there
replicated it.
for the rest of the night. Do not
For
move.
the rest of forever.
You're
it sounds like.
time out, Missy.
You're in timeout. You do not move for the rest of forever. All right.
1 minute don't
So-
move. 1 minute don't move.
Wait.
3 hours don't
Wait.
move.
I'm going to put a treat on your nose and just wait. No.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna bite your hand.
All right.
I mean, you were
Dire Gwen
Balto
doesn't
last
fuck with
episode.
that. Yeah,
That is
I mean
true.
Balto doesn't fuck with that.
All right.
Mess with that.
I think that is just.
First 8 minutes. I'm so sorry.
You're good. I think that is just about everything. So, Sam, what happened last week?
Well, it was a blast. Twice. We vanquished Nintra and noticed that the shadows that moved within the windows were now still. We remained within the tower, discussing Rhett's disappearance and our next steps. And before we could leave, a member of the city watch arrived to investigate the commotion, no doubt from our battle with Nintra. We failed to persuade the guard that nothing was wrong, so he insisted on seeing Nintra. In a panic, Gwen assumed the shape of a dire wolf, Balto, but was unable to make any solid distraction. The guard began sending for help, and Butch snatched away the sending stone and quickly discarded it. Realizing that he was surrounded by our party, the guard cast Word of Recall and vanished, saying he'll be back. Elric with Orpheus used Dimension Door to leave the tower and reach the ground, and Butch, carrying Gwen and Arnon, flew from the tower toward the exit of the city. While the members of the party that were in flight remained unnoticed, Orpheus and Elric were spotted on the ground, and after much running and a twisted ankle, Elric was able to use his last use of Dimension Door to get them both outside of the city. With the party still split, Arnon heard rustling and assumed it was from the guards chasing us and shot in the direction of the sound. Elric, shot by that arrow and unaware that it came from Arnon, cast Fireball in the direction the arrow came from. In the aftermath of the fireball, the party reunited, and while Orpheus put out the fire, Gwen, not so gently, removed the arrow from Elric's sneaky cheeks. We then skirted our way outside the city and avoided the watchers and guards. We rested in the tiny hut without interruption, rising into our 4th day in the Feywild.
Indeed. Did you mention? I kind of zoned out there for a second. Did you mention the fact that you called Sid and had him come get you?
I did not, but we did, and he's going to meet us on the east side of this city, outside the city.
Captain Sid.
Captain Sid.
Southwest.
Oh my gosh.
East was original.
Yeah,
now
east
it's
was
southwest.
original. Southwest is where you're headed to now.
Okay.
Or where you are now. So, that is where we will pick up. You all got your rest in over a fairly uneventful night. Like I said, you did hear guards and patrols going past you throughout the night, but no one seemed to notice you. So, as you all rouse more likely, in the what your body's telling you is the morning. What are you doing?
Y'all should go scout out, look for enemies and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
So we're on the east side of town right now?
No, you're on the southwest.
And the southwest is the rendezvous point?
31.
Correct.
Casually. Casually a 31.
Arnon's feeling at home here. It's that fey blood pumping through your elven body, and you just duck.
His body feels at home, but his mind is very not at ease.
I don't know much,
Oh,
but
wait,
I know
are
I
you trying
hate it here.
Are you trying to say that your mind is telling you no, but your
But
body
your
is telling
body-
you yes?
Yes, yes.
All right. Anyway, all right. With the 31,
My
yeah,
body is telling me yes, and my mind is telling me Elric's right, burn it down.
all right. With the 31, you are very, very confident that you are sneaking through around unseen. What exactly? Are you just doing like a perimeter search, or what are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna
All right.
make sure nobody's.
Go ahead and roll a perception check to go along with that. I don't know much.
That's a 12,
It's fine.
guys. It's fine.
You don't notice. You walk around. You're super sneaky. Maybe spending a little too much of your attention staring at the ground and making sure you don't step on any dead leaves or twigs or something. But you don't notice anything.
I didn't see anything. It's clear.
Cool. Well, I guess we
So
better
we're-
decamp.
Where's he supposed to meet us? Like right here?
There's a clearing nearby, isn't there?
There was, if I remember correctly, you guys camped at the base of a small little hill, and at the top of the hill was almost like a clearing that you believed he could at least get the ship somewhat close to.
So there's a bald spot on that hill.
Yes, there's a bald spot on the hill.
I'll scout up, make sure
Can
the bald spot's clear.
Scott, you went to OU for a year. You know the Witch's Circle?
I don't remember that year very much.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's similar to the Witch's Circle in Athens. Well, Perry probably knows what I'm talking about too. Don't talk about it.
The,
Bad things. Bad things, man.
the evocative description of a bald spot in this forest is just couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
We'll call this Monk Hill.
Yes. So you will probably have to walk up for about, you're probably, let's say, quarter mile away. A quarter mile walk up this incline towards you get to the tree line. The bald spot, for lack of a better term, fairly small, probably only like 500 feet in diameter. Roughly, not perfectly circular, but
Do we need to call Sid again? Send to Sid again to let him know where we are?
We should probably do that just to make sure he hasn't blown himself up.
Are we... Should I tell him to come now?
Are we waiting for something?
I'm double
breakfast?
checking.
I think the best way to get him to come right now would be to set a fire.
Oh no. Don't tempt me.
Oh,
Like a signal fire?
If I start, I might not stop.
Come, bucket.
So,
Ça, c'est un double entendre.
Oui.
God bless you.
25 word sending limit with a sending stone or
Yes.
message limit.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to add? Or are we just telling him to meet us on this hill southwest of town of Sinalestra?
Do we tell
Hill?
him that the lady's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
We did that yesterday.
Did I? Yeah, I think I did.
Somebody did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
I used the sending stone he gave me and let him know the contract should be broken and we need picked up ASAP. So
All
nothing
right,
else
well-
to add,
No.
Orpheus?
All my love.
You muted, Chris.
My bad. I was muted. I had nothing productive to say.
All my love.
Me neither.
Cool.
The moment has
Yeah.
passed.
The moment's passed.
What I was saying is I have nothing to say.
Son of a bitch.
Tell him that all my life I waited for someone like you.
What had
I'm gonna use
happened
this-
was nothing had happened.
I'm going to use the sending stone to
Okay.
Sid.
Go for it.
I'm going to say, Captain,
Okay.
We- are on a hill southwest of Sinalestra. Please come get us there as soon as you can. Thank you. Oh, so much.
Peace.
Second goes by before you hear. I'll be there in about an hour. Gotta skirt the city.
Skirt.
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 Get ready to jump on. It's gonna be a quick in and out.
Okay.
All right, when he gets here in about an hour, y'all, we gotta
Skirt.
get on his. Yeah,
Taking everything in me.
as quick as possible. We gotta get on the ship because he's gonna have to make a mad dash away
Take
once he picks us up.
everything inside of Orpheus too.
Hey, Nick, Emery, I've
I'm
got
not in the mood.
I've got a serious technical problem here.
What?
Butch
Technical?
does not appear to have any food on his character sheet.
Oh no.
Any food?
No rations or nothing.
Did you check the backpack? On the-
Backpack.
Because you ate them all.
Grasshoppers are hard to find.
I don't even see a backpack.
There's got to be
instead of-
something that needs some.
Instead of
eating.
it being like a listed item, you should see a picture
no.
in your inventory that looks
What?
like a backpack.
Oh no!
Oh, the app version, not the program.
It looks like a back.
What?
Can I buy a vowel
Can I
or a
buy-
clue?
Owl?
Like where on the clock would it be? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock?
What o'clock
Okay,
are you talking about?
On the sheet, it would be the picture itself would be above where the coins go.
Above where the coins
It's
go.
like
Huh.
Where does it
Yeah, I see it.
Oh,
Manage currency.
No, he doesn't have
strength
one.
18.
Butch doesn't have one.
You don't have a backpack?
Butch has no backpack.
I had one before.
Yeah,
Nope.
because Arnon absolutely does. But okay, so we'll
Yeah.
fix that.
yeah,
We'll
that's
get you a backpack full of food. Don't worry.
minor update issue. That's
I believe he dropped it. That's what it looks like.
Oh
That's-
no!
that's the most
dropped it.
fixable
Sorry.
thing in the world.
Sorry, Butch.
Yes.
You were out of food. You dropped your backpack somewhere.
I mean, so
Let
far
the
as
record
roleplay
show.
goes, this is the best worst thing that could happen
Can't you create food and water?
Do you have good berry
tomorrow.
prepared, Butch?
We
Is it
just woke
filling?
up.
One berry. I mean, for breakfast, of course it'll work. One berry, I think, will
Butch.
make you.
Yes.
It would make, I believe,
like
an
Latmus
average. Yeah, an average creature for a day.
And
So if
you're Pippin.
if I make 10 of them, that should be enough for you.
How many did you eat?
That sounds lovely.
4.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on how full I feel after each one.
Hey, Butch, your backpack's missing. Do you now want to burn this entire place down?
That won't get me back my backpack.
That'll burn his backpack, in theory.
Elric, I have to apologize to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because yesterday I said something really, really mean to you, and I feel really bad.
Was it when you said night night, keep your extra butthole tight?
Oh, we lost.
That was
we
pretty
lost
mean.
you,
I
Perry.
can't believe you said that, Butch.
Perry, we can't hear you.
Yeah,
there you go.
I had an alarm to turn
Okay.
off. I told you that you were not my favorite wizard anymore, and I wanted to take that back. Because you are still my favorite wizard, Fireball. You are awesome.
I appreciate that.
It's like when the one kid got trashed on Four Loco and threw up on the tires, so everybody calls him Loco now.
Yeah.
And we call Elric Fireball now.
I'm gonna. I'm seriously gonna get a bottle of Fireball before the next
Yeah,
regular
that's a great idea.
regular
That's
in person,
good
and every
choice.
time Elric casts Fireball,
Shots.
we all have to do a shot twice if he injures party members.
Oh, my land.
I want the record to show that that extra butthole comment has Elric real on edge towards Arnon for at least a few hours.
You know
It's
what else
trending.
has someone on edge?
Sorry. It's
Being
trending.
hit with a fireball.
Hashtag XBH is trending.
It's trending.
Mm-hmm. You know what you did, Arnon?
You know what else is trending? Our Patreons. Patreon.com/thosnatural1s. One of the benefits is we send weekly character sheets out to everybody, which I'm doing right now because I totally didn't forget about that.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did you actually write? Did you actually change Elric's name to extra? Because that's. I don't think you should do that.
I think you
I
should
don't
name
think
him.
you should do
I
that
think it
either.
should be Elric Fireball of Minzo Baronzon.
Fireball's a better nickname than Extra Butthole.
It is. It is
That's
much
true.
better.
All
much
right.
better.
Though
Elric 3 holes.
XBH does sound kind of badass.
XBH
You know,
sounds
hell
like a
could
wrestler.
always do with a 10th level.
There we go. There's those weekly character sheets.
Fantastic.
There are open applications to be one of the generals, Elric.
What's
I
XBH.pdf?
think there might be an audition.
It starts by casting fireball in your party.
So, what are you all doing?
I think this is how we spend our hour waiting for the captain to show up.
Yeah, we're BSing and Butch is lamenting.
Wait, let
fact
me
his
get my
backpack
binoculars.
Oh no!
God damn it.
Excuse me, Jay?
Hey,
And
thank you so
Butch
much.
is seeing how many good berries he can put in his stomach before it starts to feel sick.
Somebody
I made 10.
roll me a D100.
I'll
Is
do
that-
it.
She only made 10. I don't think you're going to need more than that for your D100.
I love it when Elric rolls 49.
Yeah, it's
Don't
always
like the sound
great.
of that.
keeps it spicy.
Like Fireball.
I was gonna say.
All right, everybody make perception checks.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm just really considering the other uses for that bag of beans I've got.
What, a little tit for tat?
All
Wouldn't be
right.
little.
Speaking of,
No.
Orpheus is always blind.
Arnon, how did you get that giant pyramid inside of you?
I just bent over and it was there.
I think
Elric.
there's a mummy crawling out of you.
Jesus Christ.
Get the perception.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah.
Try to see through that red haze. What's going on?
All right. Orpheus with a 7, Butch with a 22, Elric with a 12, Gwen with a 14, and Arden with a 17.
What do I smell?
Pain.
Anyway,
Fire.
it's not anything you smell,
Fire.
but as you guys are sitting here waiting for Sid and that was weird, BSing and all this, Butch, very, very quietly, you just hear the faintest noise of music playing in the forest, and it starts just like simple, almost flute style music on the wind. Then you start feeling the thudding of like drums and stuff. You can barely make it out. You can barely hear it due to what you can assume is the distance. However, it starts picking up and getting a little more raucous.
Oh no, Butch is going to go to the
All right,
party.
I'm going to roll
isn't he?
persuasion to get everyone to be quiet. Enjoy that 13. Guys, shh. I think I hear a carnival? Shh.
Oh no.
Do they get to roll again?
That's please be boots and pants. Boots and pants. Boots and pants.
Oh God, it's Boots and Pants the Clown.
It'd be amazing. I mean, it's certainly a musical performance. It's coming closer. Don't the Unseelie... Do they have musical hunting parties? I bet they do.
It does seem to be coming
Butch,
in
don't watch
the
towards the music.
opposite
Towards the music.
opposite direction from where you guys came from. Also, I meant to
Oh
mention
my God, they circled around us.
I think Captain Sid got some 808s installed.
He made
Sounds
those.
quiet like that 8.
Out of what, 2 404s? You can never find
He
those.
invented those.
Jesus Christ.
We've
That was-
given him too much
That was
power.
the
He's too dangerous
ultimate
to be left
nerd
alive.
joke, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Does it sound like it's coming closer to Butch? Or do we hear it now that he mentioned it?
Everyone except for Orpheus can kind of hear it vaguely, but it doesn't really sound like it's coming closer. It seems like it doesn't really seem like it's moving. It just seems very. You can assume it's fairly far away and very, very loud.
Are we so sure it's drums?
Oh, maybe it's not actually getting closer. Does it sound like drums or...
I mean, you can hear some
I'm trying to
drum.
remember.
Yeah, you can hear some drum noises.
Yeah.
You can
Drums and lutes, and yeah, it's definitely a party.
drums and lutes and lutes and flutes.
Well, I have no interest in finding out what that is.
Is that in the same direction as the Sealy side of things?
It's the way you were. It's basically if you would have continued going away from Sinalestra into the forest, you would be headed in the direction of this raucous noise.
Where is it in relation to that Parliament of Owls?
The Parliament of Owls would have been to your right, so it would have been more or less east. Or I'm sorry, no,
Okay.
you're southwest, so it would have been.
So it's not the same direction.
Yeah,
was
it would have been
east,
like-
the way we came in.
Yeah, what did you say?
It was to the east of the city,
Right.
the way that we came in.
Yeah, it was to the east, like east northeast, roughly. So
We're South by Southwest right now.
Exactly.
It's probably a film showing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that would make
bunch
sense.
of hipsters and their art film.
It's a major image, you know?
Yeah.
You've got like
Somebody's
a biplane.
probably casting major image,
There's
telling a story.
probably a bunch of cowboys eating pudding.
Yeah.
So we're displaying our auto-biopic of Queen Titania. It's really moving, the way that she just rules.
They just wanted to put the laurels on their packaging.
I'm glad none of us feel compelled to go investigate.
I have no desire. I would like to stay here and wait for our...
You do
Oh,
notice.
it's a scuba.
It's a scuba.
A sky
Oh no.
lift. A scuba.
Scuba. Scuba, scuba doo. Where are you?
Would an airlift be
get
called a
right?
rise? RYSE? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh no.
So, you're just gonna hang out?
Yes, I mean we've only got an hour to kill, right?
About
I mean, Butch, we can
Yeah, 45
vibe to that
minutes.
a little bit, you know, just...
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone have the cantrip glow stick?
I did not switch out for that this morning, unfortunately.
No, but I do have mesh shirt.
Oh no.
If
Wait, you
anybody
can-
has a mesh shirt, I think it's ours.
Elric, you can swap out your cantrips.
That's fair.
I haven't cast mesh shirt since high school.
Yeah, technically, this is a Tasha's thing. I can switch out cantrips.
That's amazing.
Daily or when you level?
Daily.
Wow.
I thought it was when you leveled.
Dang.
Shit.
Lucky son of a bitch.
Wizards, man.
All right, I will use my thaumaturgy so that my eyes change color with the rhythm to the beat.
Oh, that's
Wait.
fantastic.
Oh no.
This is the rhythm of the beat.
Oh my god. So,
And I can use it to make the sound of a raven cry off in the distance. In
as
tune.
as the next 45 minutes go by, every once in a while you guys do notice small animals and critters jumping through the trees, kind of going towards the direction of the music.
Oh, that's bad.
Let's ignore that. We can go to the wildlife tea party in another state. We're wanted in this state.
Just for frame of reference, can we tell roughly how far away we are from the source of this music?
Make
Stop
a
thinking about it.
survival check.
Wait, can't we do
Can
that
I
using
help him?
triangulation?
You're going to talk yourself into a wisdom. So cut it out.
Do you want help with that?
Would someone like to help me roughly gauge?
Would
Only
love
if you
to
stand very
assist.
far away so we can actually
I
try.
will. I will definitely help you to give you advantage on that survival check.
You know,
12.
it's pretty difficult to tell. You're not well versed in. First off, you don't know exactly how loud the music is, so you can't really judge off of like decibel deterioration over lengths of distance and shit like that, because you have no frame of reference to really go off of.
Right.
I don't know. I could go, because a good healer is always the life of the party. It could be a lot of fun.
Or we just wait for Captain Sid.
Okay.
Just in case. Just in case it's not like you know, a pleasantly wrapped package full of explosives, you know?
Edgar, hey, go up high and take a look.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we're talking our way into. So after we kill those people, maybe we should go see.
Is his name Edgar Allan Crow?
It's not Edgar Allan Crow because he's a raven.
It's
All right,
Edgar
fair.
Alien Crow.
I'm not a druid,
Alien.
so
All right, so you're go ahead and make a perception
Crow,
check
Raven.
with Edgar.
All right, Edgar. Actually, is he on the board? No, I got to put him on the board.
Yeah. Get him on the board.
Okay. The Fey version of Edgar the Raven. And you said perception?
Perception. These always go so well. Yep. They go so well.
wow.
Edgar flies up.
How does Edgar fly? I mean, he's just running into shit all the time.
It's not pretty. So Edgar
That's why his
flies up.
eyes look like that, because he keeps hitting the windows. It's not Feywild twisting. That's trauma.
Yeah. No, he's still flying circular. Go up, up, up. Oh my god.
Edgar can't pinpoint where this is coming from.
He tried so hard.
And got so far. But in the end, nothing really mattered. Anyway.
Yeah, he's not
Sea
seeing
League
much. So
Court.
yeah.
We're going to need some people to help us get out of here without losing time. And we already killed like one of their enemies. So maybe we could go spend some time trying to find them and get some help on the way out of here. I was thinking.
Let's just hope we're not referred to the Twilight Coven for that favor.
Are we supposed to go there though?
We're supposed to eliminate them.
The Twilight Coven's not from here.
Yeah,
They're
but
from somewhere else.
A referral.
We
might
need an
help.
Archfey. So they wouldn't send us to the Twilight Coven. Remember they buggered out from that place where we killed that mind flayer with an elephant.
Beholder.
Beholder.
There was an archfey there.
Still reforming synapses here.
What if we go to the Sealy Court and see if they send us to the Coven? Maybe they have someone that has a grievance against them and wants to help us, do them in. Or collect their taxes or something.
What's our little locator doing?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's just
What
a
does that mean?
That's its pulse.
It's just a very slow, just like whoa, whoa.
Is it any difference from when we were in the city?
No. You haven't really. You're still fairly close to the city. You haven't traveled that far yet.
We walked for like a day.
You walked for like a couple hours.
That's
We're
like a
also
day.
trying very hard not to attract attention
Yeah.
or.
I mean, to be
Have you
fair,
tried to
The
do
city.
anything for longer than a couple hours? That's
Orpheus
like
and
a day.
Elric ran a lot. So we covered a lot of distance.
In the city. We covered a lot of distance in the city.
Here, let me hold that locator. Thanks. Butch is gonna make his eyes go wow every time it goes wow.
You have to hold it to give me that back.
All right, about 45 minutes into all of this, everyone make another perception check for me. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no.
Someone had a real good one.
About fucking time.
I might see something. Or hear
Maybe.
I
something.
have
Wow.
eyes.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Gwen with a 29. You're the first to see it. You kind of peek out into the opening and you can see that same small speck out in the distance coming from roughly the northeast.
Do I recognize the speck?
You are pretty confident you recognize the speck.
And it's our good captain?
Potentially.
Good might be a stretch.
It's our brilliant captain?
Nailed it.
Hey, Elric, can you hand me our spyglass?
You guys see that speck out there? Is what I say. Not confidently.
Wait, do we have a spyglass? The only thing I
mean-
remember was the scope on Windy Boy's rifle.
I got binoculars though.
But you're oh, there they are.
What spec?
No, but oh, sorry. Doesn't every wizard get like a spyglass?
Hold on.
I've been hanging out with pirates for too long.
It's every pirate gets a spyglass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Wizards get a staph infection.
God.
All right, I'll stop.
I hate that I laughed at that one.
Yep. We're waiting.
As you should.
Killing time. Killing time.
So I can't tell. I have a good indication of what it is, and it might be
Indeed.
the captain.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, what if it's not? Oh man. Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm
no.
like, that doesn't fill me with confidence. And I rolled a 29.
I mean, it's far away.
Oh boy.
Your eyes are only so good.
Okay. I think that speck might be our captain. The captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Captain McCaptain.
Captain McCracken.
No, hopefully not, actually.
Can I cast
Now
fast
that you put
forward?
it that way.
First
no.
name, Philip.
Oh no.
What did you ask, Butch?
Oh, if I can cast skip scene.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
Can I hold space
Yeah.
to skip?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 15 more minutes come by, and, well, about 10 minutes in, you get another sending to one of you. It says, all right, get ready. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I ain't stopping, though, so be prepared to jump on as quickly as possible. These waters are hot.
Waters?
I would
that's it.
ask how high he is, but I didn't hear that message.
I don't
The
know.
highest.
Who did hear the message?
We'll say you did, Gwen.
Okay. He's 5 minutes out. He says the waters are hot, so we're gonna have to hop on and
Everybody make a
Skedaddle.
perception check real quick. Again.
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 He's flying a skyship. What?
Well, I think it's a
He's
figure
probably
of
being
speech.
chased by a dragon that lost, but he cheated a bunch of money
Now,
out
see,
of
this
in a
time-
card game.
I was just staring at Elric.
Like,
Your eyes inverted.
I used all my eyes
Yeah.
on the last roll.
I'm a little weirded out that Gwen is staring at me.
It's a
Mushroom,
figure of
mushroom.
speech.
Figures.
Orpheus,
I'm just prepping for the captain's arrival.
are you rolling a perception check?
No, 'cause I'm
Like, why bother?
No. Okay.
He's lost and
That's
just
fine.
thinking about the
I know
captain.
it's coming.
Um,
The inside of your helmet looks fantastic.
Arnon, you.
That's
So smooth.
So Butch and Arnon, you guys notice some rustling in the trees, kind of everywhere. All around you, you see rustling in the trees. Arnon, you hear hushed voices speaking in that, in a language you're not familiar with, but you could potentially have heard multiple times.
Guys, I think that tea party's here.
Then also with a 24 perception, very faintly, and it sounds. At first, you kind of have to second guess yourself because you're not quite sure, but you hear this like weird warbling noise. Like,
Like, not the bird.
yeah, not a warbler, but like a warbling, like kind of weird noise, very, very quietly, but
Do I recognize it?
no, I wouldn't think
Can
so.
I roll something to recognize it?
Well,
Like,
you would, but you could, but you didn't hear it.
oh, I thought you said.
No,
Okay.
you guys, you saw the rustling around, and
Right. It's just Arnon.
yeah, just Arnon heard the warbling noise.
Does it sound like it's coming from a being or like an object or?
Roll a history check. You're in the Feywild, so I'll give you advantage. Fucking blood hunter.
That's a 24.
You're not sure what it is coming from, but it sounds organic in nature.
Guys, I needed a 25. I'm not sure what that is. No,
It's not anything
They
you've
may
ever heard, but it's tonally consistent with a organic.
it doesn't sound like the tracker that we have.
No, and it doesn't sound like any kind of machine. It sounds
Does it
it's
sound like a fucking emu?
maybe. I don't know. Has Arnon ever met an emu before? Has he had deep conversations with an emu?
Yes.
that is canon.
Every Tuesday. Back in the day. You know, they run all the betting houses
Of course.
in the capital of Long.
Sure. Of course.
Oh, bedding. I thought you meant like beds.
Oh, all the
No.
brothels too. Yeah.
That
They run all the
team-
water beds and stuff.
Yeah, they run the water beds and
So
stuff.
That's the koalas. The emus
Oh no.
run.
the ship is quickly approaching. You look up and you do see there are a couple rope ladders hanging down. And he did say
Just a
he's not stopping. He's just slowing down.
Run and jump. Run and jump. Run and grab.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What are all of you doing to get on to the ship?
Run and grab.
You're gonna run and grab?
Orpheus is gonna misty step as far up the rope as he can
Misty step.
and grab hold.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and grab it.
Run and grab. What about you two?
I'm gonna wait until. Wait, Elric can use Dimension Door again if he needs to, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try to grab it.
All right, so the three of you who are running and grabbing, I need athletics checks.
Athletics.
Oh no!
That's not good.
Oh wow.
Oh,
boy.
that's really not
Jesus.
good. Arnon nailed.
Of course, Arnon.
Arnon,
That's fine.
so
0 bonus, nat 20. Good job, Arnon.
so you see Arnon take out as soon as Sid comes within range. You see Arnon start running full speed, and these rope bridges, the bottom rung is hanging. Sid maneuvers the ship down to where the bottom rung's only like 3 feet or so off the ground. So Arnon comes running up and jumps, grabbing on and getting his foot onto the bottom rung, holding both hands.
And then promptly kicks the other two off.
Yeah, Gwen, you see,
You forgot when I started running, I knocked all the chalk off my hands.
no, there's a total of like 6 ropes, 3 on either side, rope bridges hanging down. Gwen and Butch, you both see him, and it's like, yeah, that was easy. You guys start running. Butch, your foot hits a hole, finds a hole. You trip, ass over tea kettle, rolling through the middle of this field. Gwen, you start running. Root catches your foot and just face plant right in the middle of this field. The boat is starting to. It's now made it about a third of the way through the opening.
How bright is
Orpheus,
this area?
Orpheus,
Oh, sorry.
you just see him misty step and bamf onto one of the ropes. Arnon or Elric, what are you doing?
Dimension door.
Are you just dimensioning a door on deck?
Yep.
All right. Poof. Elric disappears.
He wants to be as far away from us as possible.
I mean, you're kind of in constant twilight here, so
All right. If I recall correctly, I did the math. And if I double move with my steps of night, I'm actually faster than the boat. At least the speed at which we were going. Because it's real slow.
Can
It was like 5 knots or something.
yeah, my math might have been a little off on that. It probably can go significantly faster, but at the time, we'll say that the sail it was still regenerating its sails or something because I can't math. Anyway,
Well, can I
Can
grab
I-
Gwen and book it? Is that okay, Gwen?
yeah, I was gonna be an eagle and try to carry you up.
You want to carry me?
That's a heavy
I'd like
turtle.
to try.
at this point, the ship has
giant
made it
eagle.
about halfway through. So
I gotta go for it.
whatever you're doing, you got to do it now.
or if he shouts down, "Hurry up!"
I'm gonna run after it.
You're gonna
With
run.
my 23 athletics.
So you just run after it. Yeah, you run after it. You jump. You grab a hold of it, and you grab a hold of one of the rope ladders without an issue. Gwen,
Wild shape, giant eagle.
giant eagle, easy enough. Fly up to deck.
I remain a giant eagle on deck, by the way. I do not
You just perch
turn back into Gwen.
as a giant eagle sitting there. Now, Butch, Arnon, and Orpheus, you all have grabbed a hold of these rope ladders, but they're free swinging rope ladders in the air. I would need athletics checks from each one of you to climb the ladder.
If it's free swinging, can it be acrobatics?
No.
Nick,
not-
I would like to know if Arnon is on my ladder or a different ladder.
No.
I'll Cirque du Soleil it up there.
No, you're not Cirque du Soleil it. Orpheus with an
Orpheus leaves his
18.
keys in the bowl.
Yeah. With it, all right. So Orpheus with an 18, Butch with a 21, without an issue. You guys go up there. Arnon with a 14. It's tough going. You feel your arms start shaking once you get about 2/3 of the way up, but you are
blew my
able.
load on the mount.
Yeah, you are able
mounting.
to. By the time you hit the railing on the edge of the deck, you're panting and your arms and legs are shaking, and you're like 2 seconds away from just like your muscles.
I need to shout encouragement to him, encouraging words.
But you're able to kind of roll over onto the deck. So everyone gets up on deck, and then the crew members start pulling the rope ladders up. You all look down and you see tons of Unseelie, like the elven soldiers, as well as some of these large bestial-looking fays, all converging.
Hey, assholes!
All converging on that opening that you guys are flying off of. As soon as you all,
they're real sneaky.
as soon as you all get on, you hear Sid yell out, just shout out, "Full sail!" You see a few more of the sails unfurl, and the ship, you kind of get rocked back a little bit as the ship takes off. Kind of climbs up and continues on like a southwesterly direction. Like, well, looks like I owe you all something.
I
Congratulations.
salute him with my eagle wing.
Caca.
Still
Congratulations.
flipping everybody in the clearing off.
Orpheus just kind of.
Assholes!
Orpheus looks more self-loathing than usual. And he just kind of, without looking at Captain Sid, says, "We lost Rhett."
Yeah, he kind of looks over. He's like, "We missing one?"
And that's when Orpheus says, "We lost Rhett."
Oh shit, that's unfortunate. We've all lost a few here and there. So now it's
Literally lost. We didn't see her pass. She got portaled somewhere.
Oh, she just disappeared. It's not like she
Yeah,
died. All right.
literally lost her.
Well, at least at least there's hope then.
True. It's true.
Well, first off, let's get the fuck out of here before we get too deep into conversation. Some of these fuckers can fly, so let's go. He kind of takes the reins and kind of whips the wheel, and the whole ship kind of banks to the right, or the starboard side, as it were.
I will
'cause you're
take
on a
out
ship
my
now.
bow and activate my Crimson Right on it and watch for any little flying shit heading our way.
Easy enough. As you are now headed more west than south, and he kind of kicks in the speed and kind of takes off. All right, well, you guys lived up to your side of the bargain, and I appreciate it.
God damn it.
Me and my crew are in your debt, as it were, so you are free to move about the cabin, and we are anywhere you want to go. I'm more than willing to take you there, as long as we eventually end up back home.
Does that mean we could ask you to rescue 150 souls?
I mean, we could. What's your thought there, Turtle Man?
I don't know. I was just thinking that the inverse of capturing 150 would be rescuing 150 and granting them freedom. Yeah, it's just a thought.
I mean, if you have a plan in mind and know of 150 souls that could use with liberation, I mean, I will absolutely entertain the idea.
I
I know how you
at
can
least
help at
150
least
down
one
in this.
by less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day. That was easy for me
Wow.
to say.
Take two.
Well, I know there's at least 150 souls in Dis that would like some freedom.
I'm sorry, did you say... All right, I might have not thought this deal through if the Hells were part of this this deal that we made. I did not really think that you were going to mention taking my ship and taking y'all down to the Hells.
Well, you know, hell has quite a bit of fire.
A lot of fire.
Well, when you put it that way.
With that, Orpheus just kind of smirks and walks to the front of the ship and sits down.
Well, you guys let me know where you need taken to, where you need to head. Are we sticking around here, or are we headed somewhere a little less weird?
Did we want to head Sealy side to catch a break, and then decide
we should
where
try the Sealy side.
Elric, you're looking rather red. I thought your rage was manifesting.
Every time I look at your bow and arrow.
He took a level of barbarian.
It's a bonus level.
It
You
can all-
raged so much you picked up a level of barbarian.
it can
It's
all
a
go.
bonus dual class.
Or just
could all
hears in
go-
his
it could all
head.
go right now.
This one's on the house.
What am I hearing in my head?
Oh, when you made the comment, if you actually made the comment about the bow, then it's then you hear in your head, or anytime I'm hit with someone's fireball, because she's still an eagle, Gwen. But eagles don't forget.
Neither do elephants.
Oh,
So
let me
they-
tell you.
Let
the
me
length
tell
of my
you.
memory.
I'm just assuming that it's going to be coming from any animal that's feeling especially slighted by being a little burned.
I've been a little burned before.
We need to figure out where this leads.
That gem.
So you're saying that Butch would not be hungry at all?
There's a goddamn chef here.
I know, but with after all
You're
those good
like-
berries,
Best friends.
it's weird to be sated. Yeah, Butch is gonna go down to the galley. See how Mary's doing.
Okay, easy enough. You head down. You see Miri standing there with this big meat cleaver, like hacking up, like full on swings, like heavy ass swings into this giant chunk of meat. Like hair kind of matted to her forehead as she's just swinging, and then like in a split second she looks up and sees you, and she's like, "Oh, hello." Kind of stops the cleaver, holding the cleaver like right here. Oh, you've made it back.
Is she like sloshing
have.
flop sweat into the meat?
A little bit. It's seasoning.
It's seasoning. Yeah.
Miri would not do that. For the record,
It's my character now.
Miri would not sweat into the food.
No, yeah, she's my
What
character.
if it's on purpose though?
What can I get
Who
for
does
you,
Mary
Butch?
hate that much?
This meat is salted.
Oh, well, we're here, and I thought I would tell you how the story of how we killed an archfey.
Oh, lovely. Does this
And I will
mean
recount the story to her.
does this mean our deal is satiated?
Sorry, what? Does this mean our what is what?
Our deal is satiated.
I think so. There's no one left to collect. And all of the bargains kind of went all disappeary.
Fantastic. This is
Honestly, I was worried the ship was just going to
can't.
fall apart, but it hasn't, so that's fantastic.
no. We are still here. We are still flying, and we are no ill omens yet. We haven't seen any signs of collapse underneath us.
Excellent. I'm going to roll performance to see how well Butch can do this.
Do what? Oh, not whatever you're doing.
He does a terrible job of explaining.
And
So there was a tower, and we no, there's a staircase. He's just falling over himself. He's doing a terrible job recounting the story of how they killed an archfey. I rolled a 1.
And yeah, I saw. Hold on. Where is it?
But he's telling it with great gusto and enthusiasm.
Oh, really? Oh, she's just standing there nodding. What's your passive perception?
Pretty good. It's like a 15.
Oh yeah, she is bored with the story.
All right.
Really, and she keeps kind of like turning back to her meat and like kind of slowly starting to chop it again. And like,
All right. I will change the
okay.
subject. Ask her about the captain and how he feels about my friend, the human fighter. Because Butch is still trying to figure that out.
What the captain does is not. I am not privy to the captain's emotional state or what he is doing. So.
Okay. Well, how about you tell me all about what you're making? Because it looks amazing.
Oh, this is just while we were waiting for you, we found some weird flying bird type creature, and I've started preparing the meat. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it'll be any good, but the selections are quite limited here.
Well, you have my rapt attention, and I intend to learn as much about cooking as I can from you.
Oh, lovely. I am in need of a new assistant, so.
If I fit in the kitchen.
My last assistant was quite a large fellow as well. I think you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
It just occurred to me that after fighting Tiamat, stories of killing an archfey might not do it for you anymore.
And he also rolled a 1 on his performance check. So
It dovetails nicely.
all right. While you're doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
I'll grab Elric and go over to the captain, and we got to figure out where this thing leads, what direction.
As you do that in your head, you hear, "These are merely pawns.
This fucking...
Oh, no.
These
He's back. baby.
creatures will not satiate."
I'm going to continue my conversation. Let's see.
We must rid all of the plains of vampires. Take me.
Can I do a mental thumbs up? And then talk to Sid.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
You just look like Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear.
Right. I do still have another conversation I need to get to.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh yeah, that's a 5.
Oh,
You take 6 points of psychic damage as you just feel
Butch, what the hell?
stabbing pain. I will not be
Sorry.
ignored.
I just got.
He says,
Arnon, are you all right?
No, no,
I-
no.
I-
Need to figure out where this goes.
I ask begrudgingly.
I'm gonna like
Diso-
point my hip where it's to Elric. Like,
di-
point my hip towards him. Like, we need to figure out where this goes.
disobey me again, and you'll feel the consequences. My thirst will not be denied.
There's some more childhood trauma going on underneath everything here.
The hip is like you're pointing the hip towards me.
With the sun sword hilt
With the
on
sun
it. Yeah.
sword, it's that. That is. We've really got to do something about that.
Where does this go?
I can think of a great prank you could pull on Orpheus right now, but maybe don't.
Mage hand.
I'm just gonna. I'm going to attempt to mage hand this sword away from my friend who's having an aneurysm standing up.
Okay.
I look like that gif of John C. Reilly.
Yeah. As you grab it with the mage hand and start pulling it away, yeah, I'm gonna have both of you make wisdom saving throws.
Is this anywhere near me? Like where we got on the boat? Can I see these shenanigans happening?
You guys went up to. I mean, they're up near the wheel, I think. So.
I don't see Arnon writhing though.
Depends on where you ended up. You can make a perception check. and
Probably
see.
look like I have to pee from where you're at.
Might have still been pretty loud about it. Oh no!
Elric, you take. What the hell? Why did it not? What is going on here? Where did my? Okay, my
Seeing
dice roll disappeared.
4d6.
Yeah. Oh wait, it rolled it as Butch. Sorry,
Yep.
I don't know why it rolled it as Butch. All right, Elric, you take 20 points of psychic damage, and Arnon, you take 20 points of psychic damage as this hilt starts pulling away and it lashes out at both of you.
I'm gonna scream down at my hip.
I don't like.
We're on a fucking ship. I'm not driving. Where the fuck are we supposed to go?
That is not of my concern. It has been too long since I have tasted vampire blood.
That's
I'm gonna melt it. I'm going to melt that sword.
Who's got the bag of holding? Gwen?
we are doing a great job of turning Elric into the main villain of this of this
Do I
campaign.
see it now?
Just
What
really
did you
close to
roll?
being
A
set.
20?
I
20?
just fucking screamed at my hip.
Yeah.
After he screamed at his hip.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm like, ah!
can I
It's so ridiculous.
can I resume Gwen shape?
Yeah.
Not drop wild shape. Can I take the bag of holding and like wrap it around the hilt and then pull it like to where it's almost in the bag of holding and then pull it off Arnon's belt? So it's like ideally by the time it hurts him, I've already pulled it off and it's in the bag of holding.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Can I have help
No.
from
'Cause-
Arnon?
No, because this is just something you're doing.
We're a little occupied right now.
It's called
I
sneaky
got blood
cheeks,
coming out of my eyes,
sneaky hips.
out of my ears.
These hips don't lie.
This
Can
was
I cast guidance on myself beforehand, or is that asking too much?
Sure.
This was not the revenge that I was planning or intended.
I don't know where guidance went on my character sheet.
Is it on the spells tab?
I'm on the spells tab.
Mm.
It's not
Oh,
under
found it.
cantrips.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yes. And I can add a D4.
Correct.
$14.
Arnon, in your head, you hear, "What is she doing? You better stop her."
I don't know what you're talking about. My head hurts.
Are you continuing, Gwen?
If Arnon does not try to stop me, yes.
Okay. Arnon, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
God.
Oh, that's my speciality right there.
Oh, no.
I swear the next thing I'm doing is casting Intellect Fortress.
Charisma saving throw. 5.
Gwen, as you reach up with the bag of holding to grab the hilt, suddenly Arnon's hand reaches down and grabs a hold of the hilt before you can take it. And Arnon, you
The fuck, Arnon?
do not feel like you have the mental capacity or the physical capacity to let go of this thing.
How
I
long have
know-
we been on this ship?
Since you got on, like right now,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes maybe.
Okay. So we're a few miles away from those other people.
Yeah, at least.
Do I know that the sword talks to him? Does Gwen know?
Did you? I know you told.
I think she was there the second time I talked about.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't she there when we had that big talk at the live show?
I think so, but I.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The in-person show. Sorry.
Right.
Everything's live.
Seeing all the commotion on the other side of the deck, Orpheus is going to walk over from the front. Are you guys okay?
The sword.
Get this fucking thing off of it!
I look at Arnon's hand, and then I look at him, and I say,
The
"Why
vampire
won't
sword?
you let it go?"
Yes, the vampire sword.
Can't. My
At that,
muscles are all like clawed up on it.
seeing how tense he is holding it, I'm going to use my...
Oh no!
My
Don't do it yet! Don't do it yet!
Better be quick. Mid-sentence.
Before you do that, I'm going to cast Intellect Fortress at 5th level
Oh,
on myself, Orpheus, and Arnon. Because this thing's about to hurt. I can feel it.
I assume the pain is stopping us, or stopping them from acting previously, like from actually taking it off his hip with Mage Hand.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried to mage hand it, and we both got shocked in the brain. And you tried to grab it physically, and it made me grab it.
All right, so you cast Intellect Fortress on the three of you. Okay.
Okay, Orpheus, now.
Okay. I kind of hold out my hand and use my weapon bond that's still attached from our trip to Barovia to summon the hilt to my hand.
You summon the hilt to your hand, and in your hand and simultaneously in Arnin's hand, you hear, "Return me to where I belong." And I would like both of you to make wisdom saving throws. With advantage.
Who
At
heard-
advantage.
At advantage.
Orpheus and
Who?
Arnin.
Who heard that?
Just Orpheus and Arnin.
Jeez.
Nice.
20.
Orpheus,
15.
you take 25 psychic damage, reduced to half. So 12. Arnin, you take 6.
Is it still in Orpheus's hand?
It is currently.
Okay, can I put it in the bag of holding?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna try to shove it into the bag.
All right. Yeah. You drop it into the bag of holding.
And I latch or cinch or whatever it is to close the bag.
Okay.
Ugh, that hurt. Is that what you've been dealing with this whole time?
Yeah. I got blood coming out of my eyes and my ear.
No wonder you shot Elric.
The two were unrelated.
Like, I was about to say, what the hell does that mean?
So, I'm nothing else happening to me. It's
As of right now, you don't.
not
notice-
talking to me.
As of right now, you don't notice anything.
It's not
gonna
talking to
find-
me.
No.
I'm gonna find an empty spot on deck, and I'm gonna sit down for an hour and unattune from that fucking thing.
Okay. Anything else happening over that hour, or are you just sitting down to unattune?
I'll hand the locator to Elric and say, "Tell him about this."
Well, okay, so an hour passes.
And I'll just walk over like Kramer after the red light.
Yeah. Hour passes.
It wants vampires, Jerry.
You don't. Nothing feels any different.
I'm not. Wait, I would try to attune to something else.
Okay.
What do I got?
Butch has a pearl of power.
Butch is downstairs. Butch has no
Talking
idea
sh-
this is going
It's
on.
true. I'm just player to player. Just reminding you.
Oh no, I don't have a third attunable item.
But you know,
You
Butch
don't have a
does.
third attunable item.
Does anybody have something that you got to connect to?
I toss you the flame tongue scimitar.
All right, I'm gonna try to unattune
So
from
you
the sun sword.
you
and
spend
attune
an
to the
hour
scimitar.
trying to unattune from the scimitar, or unattune from the sun sword, and attune to the scimitar. An hour passes. You don't feel any connection to the scimitar.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
I'll go talk to Butch and see if he might think maybe it's a curse he could get rid of.
It's probably smart.
Yeah. I'll go down in the galley. Hey, Butch.
Arden!
Dried blood from Arnin's nose
Oh,
and
no.
eyes.
How are you with dealing with curses today, buddy?
Today, not so good. Tomorrow, much better.
Oh,
You need some healing.
well, I took a short rest, but I just didn't roll my dice.
Should roll those dice, bud.
Yeah. I'll roll those later when I actually manually take it. So I'm not bleeding anymore. It's dried blood. I'm just
You're just a mess.
shook.
Nick, Butch is trying to log some hours for the cooking utensils
Sure.
proficiency after
Absolutely.
that big debacle down in the deeps. He's still frightfully embarrassed about that.
So maybe tomorrow.
Absolutely tomorrow. There's no maybe about it.
All right.
While this is going on, Orpheus is gonna take a short rest on the deck of the ship to try to
Fantastic.
regain some of his mental clarity after that experience.
And after that experience, we're going to go ahead and take our short break too, because it is almost 10 o'clock. So give us like 10 minutes and we will be right back. Stick with us. And we are back. So, picking right back up with Arnon and Butch.
So tomorrow.
Today, we are cooking a flying creature.
I'm just gonna do my short.
That's fine. All right. While they are doing that, Elric, Orpheus, Gwen, what are the three of you doing?
Being very wary of my bag of holding because I don't fully understand it, and I am concerned. It's gonna try to climb out or something. I don't know. I'm just weirded out, and that I set a high bar for that, or low bar for that.
Low bar.
No, high bar. High bar. Gwen doesn't get that weirded out that often.
Gotcha. I was gonna say Gwen is like the queen of weird, so
Yeah, that's why like this weirding her out is
that's fair.
upsetting. I think I'm gonna. Where's Orpheus right now?
Deck of the ship towards the front.
By
Doing-
himself?
Yeah, resting, sulking.
I think I'm gonna go over and take a seat by Orpheus and check in. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Are you like fine or are you like fine?
I'm fine.
Would you Butch is trying to totally redeem himself in the galley or so I heard. I think that's what's happening. I don't know, but you want to go check it out with me?
Not interested.
In the galley or
Orpheus isn't looking at you during this whole conversation, just so you know.
is it because
just-
it's me
it's just-
or are you in a bad spot?
I don't know. You have to figure it out.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Is it me or is it something else? 24.
Orpheus, do you know how to do a DM roll?
No.
Okay, so
I mean, I would assume a 24 is good enough to...
hold on, let me see your.
Or I can just roll a deception to see if...
Oh yeah, I mean
higher than
you
a
can't.
24.
You only have a +1 on both perception
Yeah.
and or persuasion
So I-
and deception. So
I think she's fine.
yeah,
So, I'll say you very easily notice that this is different than usual and that he's clearly upset about something and this isn't his usual suspicious behavior towards you in terms of not quite trusting you.
I'm going to wild shape into a Kuoka. and just kind of curl up against.
Was that the thing that I changed into before?
No, you changed into a capybara.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
I'll put an image in stream chat so people can know what Gwen looks like right now.
Just don't
And-
be her babies.
Oh God. Oh no.
They throw their babies at predators.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
That's
okay,
a Quokka fact for you.
Okay.
Pretty awesome, though.
Don't worry, no babies.
You bludgeon your enemies with your children.
Yeet.
With that, we hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
See, that would cheer Orpheus up.
Nature, you crazy.
I don't have any babies, son of a bitch. But that face just kind of curls up next to Orpheus and like bumps his elbow. Just looks up at him.
Orpheus just kind of like looks at this thing he's never seen before. This creepy, smiling rodent. And it's just kind of in both shock and, disgust, but also he's intrigued.
He's gonna hear in his head. Really soft fur. Check it out.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I wear gloves.
Take your gloves off. This is all in your head, by the way. It's just a Quokka looking up at you. So you're hearing this in your head. Take your gloves off.
I would rather not undress in front of the creepy rodent.
I am the creepy rodent. And you're not undressing, you're taking your gloves off.
I am the creepy rodent.
All right.
He very reluctantly and still looking at the strange rodent with apprehension and pats it gently on the head.
Kind of lean into it, like, come on, this is supposed to help. You don't hear that, but that's the... Go ahead.
Gives just one stroke of the weird smiling rodent and then puts his glove back on.
I don't know what a sad Quokka looks like, but that's what's happening right now.
Look, Gwen, I appreciate what you're trying to do. But I know you're this weird creature, but you're still Gwen. I'm petting Gwen.
I mean, I've gotten head scritches as a dire wolf. This is just a more adorable version.
This is just wrong. Can you turn back into Gwen, please?
I turn back into Gwen. It's like,
Secretly, deep down inside, Orpheus acknowledges that fur was very soft and very comforting.
oh,
But
that makes
Gwen
me
doesn't know that.
happy. Gwen has no idea. Gwen is sad it didn't work.
I mean, you can roll insight, I guess, but
Could I roll insight to see if he's putting on a face
Yeah,
or
that's
if
the
he actually liked
whole.
it?
That's the whole reason to roll
I guess
insight.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll try it. 22?
I mean,
that's-
you see the slightest little curl in the corner of Orpheus's mouth.
I still turn back into Gwen to respect his request. But that does make Gwen a little warm inside. She's like, She still looks like she's still making the face of the Quokka as a elf, and she's just like.
like if it'll get you to find something else to do, I'm just upset about Rhett. You think about our party, it's, a bunch of elves and a turtle, to which I have nothing in relation to. You know, and, Rhett was an elf as well, but she was half human. She was, I don't know. I was able to connect with her in a way that I couldn't with the others necessarily, in a way that might be hard to understand. But I also just can't stand losing people I care about. And it's, you know, I would like to say it hasn't scarred me, but it has. You know, ever since my first stint in Dis, I don't want to lose people. I'd rather be the one to die. Go missing, be imprisoned, tortured. I don't care. I don't want it to happen to my allies. Not when I can prevent it.
We still don't know where she is. She could be fine. But I know it's hard, and I can understand not relating to people, per se. But, I mean, despite our differences, we still do care. I still care. Which the rodent was my attempt to show that. But if you need space, I'll happily give it to you. But if you need to put it out there, you're part of the party. You're part of our little dysfunctional fireball casting, dead raising, Sahanin worshipping, blood hunter hunting family. I'm just trying to like...
That Orpheus kind of nods and in a similar way that he did when he was drunk in prison with you, just kind of like affectionately like gives you a pat on the shoulder. Says, "Thank you, Gwen.
Absolutely.
What you've done is help enough. Thank you." With that, he just kind of goes back to kind of just meditating where he's at.
And I think at that point, Gwen lets him have the space and heads to the galley.
Fantastic. Elric, what are you doing?
While all that was happening, my intent was to take the locator gem over to the captain. Was the captain at the helm?
Yeah, captain's at the helm, big old fucking cigar hanging out of his mouth.
So I'm about to go up to him and, you know, show him the locator gem. And then I don't know how loud Orpheus got with that whole procession.
I'd say probably fairly quiet. If he's at the front of the ship, you probably wouldn't have heard it.
Okay.
Normal conversational volume, except for all the parts that were in my head.
Yeah. In that case, not really paying that any mind. Captain.
What do you need?
We have this gem that is supposed to glow brighter the closer we are to our target.
All right.
Given that our heading is the Sealy, or at least as far from the unsealy as we can manage.
Right now we're just going west. Y'all haven't told me where we're headed to yet. We're just
Towards the Sealy.
Oh, well, shit, then we got to turn around.
How close to the unsealy are the Sealy?
That's in our ship, it's probably going to be a couple weeks before we get there.
So we've got time then. Were there any other enemies, deals, any other ties that you or your crew might have made to the people here?
Not that I'm aware of. At least myself personally hasn't made any deals. The only deal I made was for my ship here.
Right.
I can't speak for all my crew. We have had a couple little stints of leave here and there just to stretch the legs and resupply and all that. What they do in their own time is of none of my concern.
Well, once our business here in the Feywild is done, I would assume that we're going back to Thessia.
Thessia. I don't think we've talked about this before. You fellas are from Thessia as well.
We are.
Well, ain't that some shit? Whereabouts you guys located from? Whereabouts you guys come from? Hail from. That's the word I was looking for.
Each one of us comes from a different place on the main continent.
The main continent? I didn't know there was a main continent.
I call it the main continent because that's the one where I come from.
Ah, of course. You elves and your feeling of superiority and all that.
It's complicated. Butch is from the nation of Mesh, if you're familiar with that.
I am, so I'm assuming by the main continent you mean Peloria.
Indeed.
That's what I meant this whole time.
That's what I meant this whole time. Write that down.
I absolutely did not have to look at my notes to double check those names.
And I absolutely wasn't waiting for you to say it first. On Peloria, both Butch and Gwen come from the nation of Mesh. Arnon okay, just up top, was Arnon actually from Conticaria, or was he from like one of the other far-off nations before like showing up there?
Would you have told
High
them?
elves are from an island off of the other continent.
Yeah. Would you have told them where you were from, though?
I told them that I was in Long when my parents were killed.
You were
My
in Long.
father was ambassador to Long.
I'm going to say you're from Long because that's the assumption that Elric would make. Arnon's from Long, and like my name suggests, I'm from Menzo Baranzan.
I have no idea what that word means.
Good old Mammy Karen's wrong.
I'm going to kill you.
Minty Baron's arm? Is that what you said?
Menzo Baranzan.
Mammary Amazon?
The name of the city isn't important. I'm from the capital city of the Underdark.
Oh, right. I should have guessed by your tonal pigment.
Yeah, lack the shade of purple that is normal for my people.
I've met a few your kind. In my travels.
Have you?
Your other two compatriots? Where are they from?
I suppose Rhett and Orpheus were from the same nation. What was the name of that one?
They were both from Conticaria.
Conticaria. I don't know why I kept thinking of the city that's,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, both Rhett and Orpheus are actually from Conticaria.
Well, glad to know that I have some fellow Thessians here.
Suppose now that you know where we're from, where on Thessia are you from?
Well, the thing about our lifestyle is we don't really claim a specific location, so to speak. Kind of wanderers of the skies to and from. However, I guess if we were going to call any place home, it would be floating island of Gaviota.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember
Sure.
that place that I invented?
That's where Gabioka pudding comes from.
Okay, history check. That's a 23.
There's not a lot of history about Gaviota, seeing as how the whole reason to be there was to be a secretive, pirate oasis. You've heard rumors about this, but most of the stories seem to kind of end about 100 and some odd, 150-ish years ago. There seems to be no more mention of the city.
I once heard tell of an ancient flying city.
Yeah. Like there's a few songs and stories about this unruly pirate island somewhere. Some stories say it was somewhere out in the sea. Some say it was a floating island, but you've never really put much stock into it other than old fish stories, so to speak.
Hold on, did you say Gaviota?
I did. Are you familiar?
I thought that place was like a myth or a legend.
That's the whole point. I mean, you got a city full of outlaws and scallywags and all kinds of no good nicks. You're not going to really want people knowing where it is.
Fucking no good Nicks.
There might be a point, Captain, that you're missing. There hasn't been tale of that place or rumor or anything for more than 100 years.
He just laughs. He's like, I mean, I know we've been here for a hot minute, but I mean, it's only been a couple years since we left there.
With the revelation that they've been away from Thessia for more than 100 years. Elric is going to have a really sullen moment where the possibility of going back long after everything is probably laid to waste starts to set in.
I mean, we've only been here for about 2 years or so, and prior to that, there was this big fight with some fucking 5-headed dragon god that threw us through some portal, but I mean, it was only a couple days before we came here that we had set sail from Gaviota, so like I said, maybe
I'm gonna assume that
2.5 years
Tiamat's
ago.
a common thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
everybody knows about.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's Captain. Did you just say that you fought Tiamat?
Yeah, that's that thing's name. It was kind of a bitch, actually. I threw a couple ships at it, exploded a bunch of shit in its face, and it just fucking... I mean, yes, it got the McFrigate, it uppercutted it into oblivion, but bottom line is I got the fucking... Oh, it was so glorious.
So, with that, Elric very quickly pulls out the book.
Orpheus on deck is having a crisis of identity.
It was quite a show. Boy, you should have seen it, Elric. It was quite the spectacle. My finest work. I don't know how I'm going to top it.
I'm sorry, you said the evil dragon goddess uppercutted your previous ship after you... I'm sorry, did you say you threw ships at Tiamat?
That's correct, Elric. We loaded up those ships with a bunch of powder. We're going to use it on some other people. And then the giant dragon god came down, and I thought, what better opportunity than to blow up a dragon god?
Okay, this is going to take a minute. We need to talk.
I'm going to need a minute, Elric. Just let me take a few more puffs.
Oh my god.
Calm my nerves. All right.
Okay.
Giving it back to you, Nick.
Orpheus is... Sid is mine
We just
now.
had to have that moment.
I love it. It's fantastic.
Okay. Wow. After writing it, that's impressive. That's incredible.
I mean, like I said, this is not our first rodeo.
Make sure those pages don't stick together.
You're below deck. You shut up.
No, I'm just staring off and wondering how my mind is.
And Aceli
holding
is
itself
just like a
together.
rodent in the corner.
What the fuck?
I'll make sure they don't stick.
This isn't a dwarf tablet.
Either way, my point is, it's only been a couple years. I mean, I'm sure the stories that you're speaking are a little bit of embellishment and probably stories that were made up to kind of keep the secrecy of the city. Once we get back to Thessia, I will personally take you and give you a tour of the glorious town that is Gaviota.
Above game, what's the connotation of the current year? The last time we were
Sam?
on the prime material.
Oh, you want to know what year it is?
Yeah.
Please hold.
Sam,
Please
please.
hold.
Calendar, lore keeper.
Yes, yes. Hold on. I should have it memorized by now. 1265.
1265. Captain,
Almost 1266.
Captain, it is the year 1265.
He laughs at you. He's like, I'm sorry. I think you are mistaken. I mean, I know all this travel and the arrow to the ass cheek and all of that might get your brain a little wibbly wobbly, but last time I checked, it was closer to like 11:10.
Orpheus. I call Orpheus over.
Where are they at right now?
They're at the wheel. They're at the helm.
Okay. Yep, I'll walk over.
Orpheus, what year is it?
I already forgot what you said.
65.
1265. $1, Bob. $1.
This
Actual real deal
is
price.
some sort of joke. You guys are playing a trick on me, right?
I don't know what you want me to say, Captain. That's what year it is. At least when we left.
So you're telling me that, wow, I've been away for like 2 years. You're telling me it's been closer to 150. How the fuck do you explain that?
We need to get out of the Feywild.
What do you? I mean, what? How's that gonna help? You're telling me 150 years has passed?
150 years has passed in what, at least from what you're telling me, has felt like only 2. We need to finish our mission and get it out of here as soon as possible, or we run the risk of
Well, let me ask you
losing
this:
everything from absence.
If
Can I hear them?
make a perception check. If 150 years has passed, why the hell are you wasting another minute in here? If for me, 23.
23.
Yeah, you can hear him.
I've got my head in my hands just like this. I'm like, it's the trip between the planes, not the passage of time.
Well, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Nobody said it had to.
I guess I cannot argue with that profound logic of nobody said it had to.
New Fave Arnon moment.
My point is, how the hell does the passage of time affect us if it's already been 150 years for you, but it's only been 2 years for me?
That's why we need an archfey to help us get back, because we don't want more time to pass when we travel.
Let me ask you this then. If it's the travel between and not the time you spend, if I am to take you out of this plane, what the fuck is going to happen then?
It depends upon whether or not we have an arch to help us.
So if you have this archfey to help you, if I travel between, what, you gonna go to your time and I'm gonna go to my time, and then you're gonna show up in some fucking sky without a ship and you're just gonna plummet to the fucking flat ground below?
That would probably be a question for the archfey.
That doesn't make any goddamn
The
sense.
least weird thing we've ever done.
And let me explain explain how we've already left the Fae once together.
Well, we're not actually short. Has anybody messaged General recently?
Shit.
You all left with me. We went to see those little goblin, Inniselli and his little goblin crew in the fucking...
Well, there's nothing to say that time didn't pass during that jump, too.
So you're saying time could have already flipped. And we all showed up at the same place then when we all left the Fae at the same time.
Well, if you want like a calculator, I don't have one. I'm just telling you how it works.
And I'm telling you that don't make any sense.
Then you explain to me how you're people from 150 years after you left.
Again, that don't make any goddamn sense either. None of this shit
Time
makes
passes
sense.
the same here. It's the time that's lost when you or gained or passes or jumps or skips or whatever
So
when
let
you
me-
travel
so-
to and from this place.
I'm kind of following what you're saying, even though it doesn't make much sense. I understand the principle of what you're saying.
I just had
I
a
am-
sword hilt attack my fucking brain, and you're arguing about things making sense.
At this, Orpheus just kind of like looks at him and goes, "It's true."
I mean, okay, that's a valid point, Mister On, and that is a valid point. Nothing in this fucking world makes sense. Nothing in this Feywild makes sense. But my question is to you: if we've already left the Fey once already, and we all ended up in the same damn time in the same damn place, who's to say that time hasn't already passed, and no matter what we do, if we leave together, we are stuck together.
I don't personally know if you can travel backwards. What I do know, yeah, we should probably try and contact the general to see if we've actually times I've traveled to and from this plane since we've been here. They might think that we were dead years ago. We might have tombstones somewhere.
If I may, Captain, knowing how resourceful Hugh is, you may not want to go back to the past. I want to go to our time,
Well,
where we've killed several of its generals and weakened his army.
That's the rub now, isn't it? Because then you get into all the fucking paradoxes and shit like that. And what happens in my past is not my future cannot be your past, because together we are in the present. So how is it possible that my future could potentially be your past? Because if the simple fact of you telling me about the past will then will then cause issues as to me knowing my future.
All right, my head hurts again. I'm gonna sit over here.
It takes
Have you heard-
damage contemplating time travel?
Have you heard the theory of the pixie effect, otherwise known as the butterfly effect in other non-Fey related terms?
No, but I have heard that the bird is the word.
Oh no.
Well, to break it down to you, the butterfly effect simply, if you go back in time, a butterfly flapping its wings on the other side of the world sends out ripples through the space-time continuum and all that shit, and Q comes down and changes shit or something to that effect. More or less.
You did say Q, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was like, hold the fuck up.
As the
That
captain
bastard.
as the captain's waxing theoretical, I'm going to try to contact
Go for it.
Calliope.
What are you saying?
I just love that Nick's playing Captain Sid, going through a complex philosophical thought about.
I mean,
I love how
the time continuum.
he is an intellect caster, so...
I completely
fair.
ignored Sid using in a conversation with Orpheus. Here's the rub.
God,
On purpose. I ignored
I was
that.
hoping we were going to gloss over that.
All right, what do you
You
say?
can't take the high road if you back end around it like that.
What are you sending to Calliope?
Status report. Contact made with Feywild. Attack made on Unseelie. Plane,
device.
yeah, plane hopped once.
Lost Red.
Yeah, lost Rhett locator stone takes us to our next target. Should be 24 words.
Oh, I had 23, but that's all right. Either way. All right.
It's like, send help.
Roll me a d20.
You got 2 words left. Burned everything.
Burned everything.
Everything sucks.
Fuck it here. If you say the words really quickly together, do they count as one word?
It's a really
Oh my God.
really really bend.
He had 2 words left. He could have said want to, and then you wouldn't know if he couldn't get leave out or if the spell cut leave off.
Okay, if you cast a spell in German, you can definitely get away with
How
switching
about-
words together.
German contractions. Just
German contractions are fucking stupid. Sorry, Germans, but I took 2 years of your language and that was a lot. Anyway, does sending work like collect calls in the 90s? If you, instead of saying your name, you just say practice is over, come pick me up as one word,
Yeah.
you get through.
I'm
Should.
speaking in hyphenated words.
How does the weave treat a spell like sending?
A minute passes, no response.
Our general is long since dead.
I just scared my dog yelling no on mute.
Above game, we saw her 3 years in it.
2 years, right? No, it was 3 years. You're right. 3 years.
Well, no, it was 2 years from our future right now, and
Potentially 3 years from when you
from when we left.
according to
3
what
years.
clearly none of you know this, and this was just what Rhett
Yeah.
found. So according to Rhett's timeline, she saw the general 3 years in the future from when you left.
I just didn't want Sam to have any crises tonight because she was worried that Calliope died.
I mean,
Always worried.
Calliope's not the only one in that timeline.
There's another person I have a vested interest in.
Casil.
There's another person I have a vested interest in. Gonna cast sending again since I didn't get a response.
Go for it.
This time the target is Misra. Let me get in there again. I'm going to basically relay the same message.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Minute passes, no response. You never answered my question. If you were so concerned about time slipping while we're here, why the hell are you still here? Why don't we just bugger the fuck on off and go
We have
check
somebody to kill.
I understand that, but you've already been here for what, 4 days? And if my calculations are correct, 2 years in my time here equated to about 150-ish years. on
It's
your
the
time there.
travel between, not the time passing here. We're not next to a black hole. It's,
I mean-
you lost 150 years when you came here.
So who's to say you haven't already lost the 150 years?
That's what they were trying to figure out by doing that sending
and
spell.
the fact that the sending spell didn't go through. And
Not a
also,
good
who's to
sign.
say if it is the way you speak and goes by time spent, then every day that you're here could equate to years there.
That's what you say, not what I say.
Regardless. Wait, what? You said it was the
I'm
travel.
saying it's not the time you spend here, it's the trip between.
But I'm saying that the trip between, there's got to be some correlation to the amount of time that you spent here.
Why?
The correlation, be it direct or indirect, doesn't matter.
I mean, simple logic would assume that one day here would not, and then
Captain,
would
you are
not be the
missing
s-
the point. We have a mission.
Yeah, we're not going to waste all that time and have lost all that time to do what we came here to do.
that's a fair point.
We're going to complete our mission and then deal with however the hell time passes.
All right,
when
so
we leave here.
What?
Well, that's why I
when
think we should go to
leave.
the Sealy court before we leave, because we've already killed one of their sworn enemies. They'd be more
That-
inclined to help us out.
take
That's
Which
where we're
said
headed.
earlier that maybe we should go see them before we kill them and make a deal before. Because these people don't belong in this plane anyway. Maybe they want. But that's 2 weeks away. We don't even know what direction they're in yet.
They're about 2 weeks travel by skyship.
No, I mean the target. We haven't
Oh, you're
figured out
targeting
which way.
the target. I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying. If you want to go see the Sealy, they're about 2 weeks east by skyship. Take us about 2 weeks to get there and to the city of AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca?
Iggy Azalea.
Oh my god. Iggy Azalea on AstraZeneca. Oh. AstraZeneca.
You fancy.
AstraZeneca. It's about 2 weeks east of us.
AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca.
Let's burn it down.
Now you want to write it down.
AstraZalian. AstraZeneca. Also known as the City of Starlight. I know that would have been an easier fucking way to say it, but these fucking Eladrin and their weird ass words. That is where the heart of the
That's what it's
Sealy.
called. That's our next heading.
That's where the heart of the Sealy Court is, and that's where Queen Titania resides. If that is indeed the direction you want to head.
Here's my opinion. Should head that direction, but see what happens to the beacon as we travel, so we can kind of get an idea of the direction that our target is in. And when we have an idea of that direction, then we decide where we're going to head first.
Now that is not a bad idea, sir.
We have 2 weeks to pay attention to that stone. Hopefully nothing interrupts us in the meantime.
Well, I guess we're heading to AstraZeneca then. Hold on. Making a sharp turn here. Kind of one-handedly wings the wheel as it starts spinning, and the ship starts listing starboard.
Can we not get too close to the place we just left? Because
Oh yeah,
I kind of flipped him off.
no, that's fine. They don't really
Killed some people.
they don't really like me much there either. So we'll take a wide berth of Sinalestra, and then we'll head
Appreciate it.
We'll head east. We're far enough south. Actually, that makes more sense to go that way. And he whips the wheel the other way, and the boat like instantly shifts and starts listing to the port.
Everybody make a Constitution save.
Yeah, as whips it almost like a very close to 180 degrees, maybe like 150 degrees. It's like, all right, we're heading east. And heads off that way. Is there anything else you would all like to accomplish on this day of departure?
Sauces. I'd like to progress to sauces.
Sauces?
Yeah, learning how to make.
Quinn's in the
various
galley
sauces.
taste testing.
Well, here, what I'm starting here is a nice little mushroom reduction, and take your saucepan here, and then you chop up any kind of mushrooms that you find in the wild. These hopefully aren't too poisonous. Your species, I'm not too familiar with the walking turtles, but you're not too susceptible to poisons, are you?
I mean, I'm pretty tough.
Okay, I'm sure you'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we take these, we throw them in with a little bit of water and a little bit of cream and some salt, pepper, garlic, other seasonings, and we're gonna just kind of stir this around and let this reduce for probably about 15-20 minutes over a small flame. And while that does that, we're gonna go ahead and prepare this meat for broiling.
Meat.
So, is there anything else any of you would like to accomplish?
Butch is becoming a saucier.
He is becoming.
Uh huh.
Just to say it out loud, I'm gonna tune to my new sword.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna swap out the spell for remove curse. I'm
Fantastic.
swapping out sanctuary for remove curse.
I'm going to try to get this fucking thing out of my head constantly.
So I can do that tomorrow. We hope.
And I'm gonna keep casting sending until I run out of spell slots.
Fair enough. How many sendings do you have?
Let's see. According to this, I've got. I got 6 more.
Okay, so go ahead and continue trying to do that.
Gonna roll a d20.
Do it.
What's your? Are you gonna just roll, or are you gonna do the words?
It's gonna be the same message until I get a response back.
Hello, is anybody home? I am talking to you.
Board, does it? I thought it was like a 5% chance that it doesn't arrive. Like, or
Yeah.
what do you have to roll? Or I'm assuming this is a homebrew thing potentially. Like, do we know what you have to roll?
It's I think a percentile dice roll as was written. I don't know what Nick's doing here.
Okay.
Yeah, as
It's
I mean, it says 5% in the
so I guess
in the
it's,
rules is written, which is a 1 on a d20.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mathematically.
Yeah, rules as
Weird
written is a
shit.
5% chance, which would be a 1 on a D20. This is something completely different.
Stupid
Now for
fate
something
time
completely
BS.
different.
Completely different.
Burn it down, Elric. After you're done here, of course.
So he got a 10 on his first one.
Okay. Still nothing.
He said he's going to send the same 25 words until he gets
Yeah.
a response.
I was able to hear everything, so we're
Oh,
good.
okay. Well, we didn't have like a Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, 17.
Still nothing.
Still nothing. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling. So that is 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All quiet on the Western Elric. Nothing.
This is the part where like Marge Simpson comes over and puts her hand on you. It's time to stop. It's time to stop.
Right?
So close to a nat 20.
Nope. You hear nothing. No response. You waste, or you go through and expend all of your spell slots that you can with no response.
Maybe she's unavailable.
New sending. Who dis?
That would be awesome if she's just saying, voice
just
go to
so
voicemail every
pissed.
time.
Hater button. Straight hater button each time.
God.
So,
She's like, it's family night.
what are the rest of you doing? Anything else you want to accomplish this evening before you take your rest?
I think that's going to be it for me.
So we'll say, if there's nothing else, Butch and Gwen and Miri and the galley, you end up. Butch, actually, go ahead and make a performance roll since you are helping with this.
Performance. I'm trying
Sure.
to entertain. Okay.
What else would there be for cooking? Cooking is a form of performance.
Sure.
Everybody's poisoned again.
So that's a 5. It's fine. Luckily, you are only trying to learn and you're not doing it on your own. However, some of the things that Miri is trying to teach you seem to go way over your head. At one point, she says a word that you're not quite sure. You've heard the word Julianne before, but you have no fucking clue what it means.
I don't know who she is, but I think she's Rue's sister.
Luckily, you are not in control enough to ruin anything. However, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to learn. And maybe it's Miri's going a little quicker than you were expecting. She's kind of going through the instructions a little too fast for you, but you do not seem to pick up on quite as much as you thought you would.
Butch isn't dumb, but he's not super bright. He's not dumb,
Oh shit.
but
It'll just
Yeah.
take you longer to learn
Hold
how
on
to be a
second.
saucier.
I got battery low on my headphones. I gotta fish my damn cord out of here. There we go. Where's my plug? Which ear's the plug in? There it is. All right. So, cool. We're good. I'm not gonna die. So as you all find your bunks, rest and fall into a rest for the evening. Arnon, you go into your trance. You start your trance. Suddenly you stand watch on battlements. Full moon casting an eerie glow on the sleeping city below. A cold wind whips at your cloak, carrying with it an unnatural silence. The usual symphonies of crickets and night owls are replaced by the chilling stillness. Unease prickles at your skin. Suddenly a distant raven squawks, its harsh cry echoing through the canyon. Then another and another, until the air is thick with their calls. You peer into the inky blackness beyond the city walls, searching for the source of commotion. A flicker of movement. Dozens of dark shapes detach themselves from the shadows, gliding towards the city with unnatural grace. Their forms elongate as they draw closer, revealing pale skin that gleams faintly in the moonlight. Fangs glint in the darkness. Vampires. Panic erupts within the city. Screams pierce the night as razor-sharp claws tear through windows. The heavy oaken gates of the city groan under the relentless assault. You hear the sickening thud of bodies hitting the ground, the desperate clash of steel against steel. A monstrous figure, its eyes blurring like embers, lands atop the battlements with a sickening thud. Its voice, a rasping whisper that chills you to the bone, slithers unto your ear. This city falls tonight. Join us and live. Resist and become part of the feast. The Vampire King, someone you've recognize quite vividly, raises its hand, and its minions surge forward with renewed fever. The taste of blood fills the air, a metallic tang that twists your stomach. You are surrounded, outnumbered, and the city you swore to protect is on the brink of annihilation. Cold dread washes over you as you wake with a gasp, the horrifying image of the Vampire King, Strahd, burned into your mind. Because of this, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest. However, you do gain the benefits of 1 level of exhaustion.
It's not a benefit at all.
Fuck.
Those bunnies.
What did he do to you as a child?
So scar right here.
Yeah, actually, there is a scar right here from my brother. Thank you very much.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You just wake up from that in a cold sweat.
Yeah, do I recognize the point of view of Strahd's brother? Or anything? I mean, I studied Strahd a lot for that trip to the Shadowfell, so does it trigger anything or?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Normal.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So with this, you
Green
notice.
giant.
Ho ho ho! You notice there were a lot of similarities in this vision to. It wasn't necessarily something that was reminiscent of anything that had to do with Strahd's brother, so much as it was reminiscent to a city you were familiar with from Conticaria. This seemed very familiar. The canyon coming up seemed very familiar to the outskirts of the dwarven city of Kvachliev, which you all freed from the hand of Tiamat.
Did I get a time sense?
No. It was night. That's all you got.
I mean, like past or present or future.
No. There was nothing to really indicate chronological positioning.
Huh. Well, obviously, I don't look very rested the next morning.
Speaking of Kramer and the chicken light,
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers Roasters ain't got nothing on Strahd.
Damn it.
I mean,
As you wake, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, not Constitution, Charisma. My bad, Charisma.
Okay, well then that would be 16.
You need to find that sword. You need to prevent this from happening. You need to find that sword. You need to get that sword back.
Did Arnon see me take it?
Yeah. I think so. You saw it bamf out of your hand, which you knew the only person who could do that was Orpheus. You probably would have seen. I don't know. But
Or I guess seen Orpheus dropping in the bag of holding.
right now, all you are thinking of is the only way to prevent this from happening is to get that sword back. You need that sword and you need it now.
But I'm not Ankavachliev.
No, but your brain is not, or you're not thinking rationally when it comes to this. You need the sword and you need it now to prevent anything like that from happening.
So who did I see with it last?
Potentially saw Gwen drop, or Orpheus drop it into the bag of holding.
And Gwen's got the bag of holding.
Correct.
Hey, is Gwen sleeping on Butch's shell?
Probably. Or meditating, but I would have
Oh, right. You don't really sleep.
probably stirred before that.
Sure.
Did I wake up in the middle of the night from that?
Yes.
They're still asleep.
Everyone else is still asleep.
Oh, okay. Then I
Well, then
guess I
I'll-
would still be curled up there.
I'll
I mean,
Probably
owls don't
try
sleep,
to-
though.
find the to sneak into the bag of holding then.
Okay. Sneak, are you being stealthy then?
Well, I don't want to wake them up.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
The good thing Arnon's not good at stealth.
It's
I
like
know, right?
I don't like. I'm not a sharer either. I
Right.
just try to
Yep.
fulfill this desire on
Yeah.
my own.
Absolutely.
Stealth.
Can I roll
Yep. Go ahead and roll
perception
stealth.
at disadvantage?
No, you're asleep. I mean, if you want to, but you would have to beat a 31.
31.
You never know.
If let's say he wasn't so good at that, would passive perception matter
Not
as far
while
as
you're
detect
asleep.
like okay.
Not when you're resting.
So there's no threshold for waking someone up.
There is
Not right now, I just mean
there-
in general.
There is, but he would have had to roll extremely low. Like in
Okay.
in my, I don't know what the actual, if there is a rules is written for this, but the way I typically rule it is if you roll lower than 5 less than their passive perception, you will wake them up. So if
Okay.
your passive perception is 15 and he rolled a 10, he would probably wake you up. That's how I roll
Okay.
it. I don't know what the actual rule is, if there is a rule for that, but the way I typically think is your passive perception decreases by 5 while you're asleep or in your
Okay.
trance as an elf.
So where do you keep the bag?
So yeah, with a 31, you are able to, and you know where Gwen typically sleeps, so you're able to sneak in to her and
Do I need
Butch's
to
chamber.
do sleight of hand to actually get the bag?
Yes, yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll sleight of hand to try and sneak in. Are you trying to take the bag, or are you just trying to get in and get the sword out of the bag?
It depends upon where it's at. You know, if I
Where's
can just pick it up and reach
Where's-
in there. I'm not taking the bag. I'm taking the sword.
where's the bag, Gwen?
I would be laying, I guess, next to Butch on the floor.
Okay.
So if Gwen is here and Butch is here, then
So
right
it's
next to
not
Butch
you
on the
don't
floor.
you're not wearing it right now. You took it off and laid it on the floor.
Yeah, I cannot reasonably say that Gwen would have slept
That's
with
fair.
it, especially being concerned about the sword doing some kind of shenanigans.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
fair. Then yeah, roll sleight
What
of
kind
hand.
of shenanigans would it do?
I
Roll
don't
sleight
know,
of hand.
scream at me in my sleep.
compel me to sneak around and grab it?
With a
That didn't even cross Quinn's
17.
mind.
With a 17, yeah.
That's a 3 on the die, people. I rolled 3 on the die and got a 7.
Oh my gosh.
That's wild.
Passive
My
perception, yeah. That beats their
Okay, but
wake.
what-
That beats both of their
16.
waking passive perceptions. So yeah, you're without an issue. Arnon, you sneak into their room, and you grab into the bag and take the sword hilt out, and affix it back.
Does it say anything to me?
You just hear, in your mind, you hear, good. You need to be prepared for what's going to happen. I am the only thing that can help you stave off the flood of the undead.
But we killed him.
He has ways of returning. And he has many spawn that need to be annihilated as well.
But I saw him in Kavachilia. I'm talking to the sword. I'm not talking
Yeah.
to you.
There are ways for him to return. There are magics put in place where even death is not the final answer or final resolution.
I have seen other people die and come back.
You must be ready. We must be ready. Do not.
We're in the Feywild. What am I supposed to do right now?
He has minions anywhere, everywhere. Seek them out.
Are there
Yeah.
vampires on this fucking ship?
There may be. It is up to you to find them.
You got any tips? Like, they smell like. What's the opposite
Well,
of garlic?
they don't smell like garlic, that's for sure.
If you hear slow counting, follow it. 1, 2.
Should probably stay away from running water too. They don't like to hang out there.
Do not let me be taken from you again, or you will feel my full wrath.
That's
That
not
was-
really the right tack to take with me. Like, I don't react well to that.
Make a wisdom-
Do you have a name?
ma-
Do you
make
have
a-
a name,
make a
or just
wisdom-
call you like sword guy?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
This tone you're taking with my boy, it's all wrong.
Oh, that's a 5 again.
Ooh, sword guy. Sword guy wins.
25 psychic damage. You know my name. I am Sergei.
Sergey, like the ice skater.
Like the brother of Strahd.
Right. Different Sergey.
That is just a taste of what I am capable of doing. I suggest you do not test me again. And I suggest
You're yelling at me to attack vampires when we're on a ship in the Feywild.
that is not
Don't
my
ask for
concern.
dumb shit.
That is not my concern.
Stop arguing with this. Oh my God.
When I tell you to do something, you do it.
It's the wrong tack to take with them.
When I tell you to do something, you gotta do it.
Arden's gonna like have a
I'm not
stroke
concerned with
'cause
how
he's
you do
arguing
it.
with the sword.
I'm not concerned with how you do it, just that you get it done. Tell me. What do
Sword
I
had to
look?
go to the sneakiest.
Do I
motherfucker in
look
the party.
like a bitch?
Yes.
What does Sergei von Zarovich look like?
What does Sergei von Zarovich look like? Does he look like a bitch?
I don't know, but there's definitely lace involved.
Oh no. Oh. Really skirting the line.
If you don't want your vision to come to fruition, you must eliminate all of Strahd's spawn.
Like,
God damn it.
Please, for the people at home, explain what you just did.
I made the scissors symbol.
I am the only implement that can destroy them. And you are the only person who will wield me. The next time you let someone take me from you, you will not survive. And neither will them. They.
How does that help you? I mean,
Someone.
I don't have a huge grasp on this mortal coil. I'm not really like 100 set to stay here. How about I just jump off the side of the ship right now? What are you going to do then? You're going to sit in the Feywild and wait for somebody to pick you up and take you to Mordor? I mean, Kvachliev.
There is all,
Kvachliev, that's
there,
what I meant to say.
There will always be another.
All right.
Maybe that elven woman will be the next.
Elven woman. The one that I just took you back from? That elven woman? Is there another Desalor?
There is another.
Is another.
Is there another elven woman on the ship right now, other than Gwen?
Not that you've seen.
Fucking sword.
I mean, she's not very good with swords. Have you seen her try to stab me with a fork? No, you haven't. That was before your time.
That's a very deep cut.
That was like episode 4.
Still have it though.
Never forget.
That's the next t-shirt.
Sorry.
Weekly elephants never forget.
It's true.
You know your mission. I trust that you will see it through.
All right, cool. Good talk. Could I get some sleep now?
You attempt to sleep for the rest of the night, and sleep doesn't come to you.
No sleep, only servitude.
Yep.
Goddamn sword.
Was the sword talking about the elven woman being a vampire or wielding it?
You don't know because you didn't hear this
No, I know. I'm
conversation.
clarifying for myself and my notes.
Well, you don't know.
And you said I put it back on my belt
Yeah.
where it normally is.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that, that is where we will call it for the night because it'll almost.
I'm going to
11:30.
try something.
Okay. What would you like to try?
I'm just going to think that the sword is a fucking asshole and I try to the thought to the sword. I just want to think, I hate this fucking asshole sword, not try to send it to him. I want to know if it can read my fucking thoughts.
So you think to yourself,
Yes, inner monologue.
you're trying to separate, like, mental barrier your thought process.
I want to know,
make a wisdom.
like, my intent here is to figure out if it can read my intent or if I have to intend thoughts to it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I tell you, do something, you do it. This is the most upset I've ever seen
12.
a sentient sword.
You just hear a laugh in your head. There's a slow little.
Okay, so it heard me think it's an asshole.
It appears to.
Son of a bitch.
Sword's a little bitch.
So, with that, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night because it is
I'm not attuned to
11:30.
it.
So, thank you all for sticking with us. Make sure you tune in on Friday for Emery's behind enemy diss lines, behind enemy rogue one. I don't know what all to call it. One shot
Yeah.
in person, sitting around a table. We'll all be there rolling real dice. And I get to play. I'm so excited. I never get to play. So,
Let's hope.
We're playing level 3s this time,
yeah,
too,
we're
so
playing
not
level
some
3s.
OP
Yes.
druids and shit.
So I don't even get to play a character that can do like 120 damage per round.
Yeah, no, not this time.
Not this time. But that's all right.
Sorry.
So
I'm just playing a totally normal guy. with
My
a dog.
character will act like he can.
and then he will do 2. So thank you all for joining us. Make sure you
Firebolt!
join us on Friday at youtube.com/@thosenaturalones, twitch.tv/thosenaturalones, kick.com/thosenaturalones, and trovo.live/s/thosenaturalones. I will get it one of these days. I fucking swear to God. Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you on Friday.
Where the gang is on a countdown to see which one of them dies from rolling one of those natural ones.
Exactly.
To see if Arnon can actually succeed on a wisdom saving throw
Not on Friday.
against this sword.
That'll be next week.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, but thank you all, and we will see you on Friday. Have a fantastic rest of your week.